This is the world. The only motorcycle that can withstand extreme cold and heat. This one is from 1970, Soviet-era Ural Motor. It is the only car in the world that has survived World War II. Continuously produced vehicles. The car's boxer engine. It was developed on the basis of the BMW R71. Due to the difficulty of repairing the car, Brother Shu spent a full 6 months before it was repaired. Disassemble the external parts first. The Ural has power output on all 3 wheels, able to overcome numerous complex road surfaces, and has super off-road performance, and capable of carrying loads in excess of 500 kilograms. After removing the exhaust pipe, remove the oil from the engine. Remove the engine after unscrewing the screws. Then remove the seat cushions and fuel tanks. Other parts are also disassembled in turn. After all parts are disassembled, clean up the surface stains of the parts with a high-pressure water gun, derusting the fuel tank by sanding. Other components are also made in the same way. After rust removal is completed, weld and fill in missing parts. Modulating acrylic paint after welding, then on the frame and other parts. Spray off-white primer. After completion, apply atomic ash to the surface of the fuel tank to fill it up. After drying, grind it with a grinder to correct it. Then spray the polished position with off-white primer. Then mix the purplish-brown top coat. Add aluminum powder to increase the gloss of the paint surface. After the modulation is completed, spray on wheel hubs and frame surfaces. Through the reflection of sunlight, you can see the unique texture of the top coat. Then mix the black top coat. After completion, spray the fuel tank and fenders. Finally, spray the golden brown top coat and the repair is complete. Install the newly purchased inner and outer tires and wheels. After completion, remove the shaft drive system. Shaft drive relative. It has greater advantages over chain drive. The entire structure is fully enclosed. No chain comes off. The internal structure requires little maintenance. After the shaft drive is disassembled, clean the internal structure with a degreaser. Against the backdrop of the setting sun, restore and reset the cleaned parts. Assemble the newly bought brake pads and discs. Then the shaft drive system is installed on the frame. Install the front and rear tires. Assemble the frame and tires of the sidecar after completion. After installing the shock absorber, let's take a look at the current restoration results. Next is the disassembly of the engine. Engine structure. It's an imitation BMW R71 boxer engine. Due to the horizontal confrontation between 2 adjacent cylinders, they cancel each other out. This makes the engine run more smoothly. As for power transmission, the output shaft direction of the engine, same direction as the drive shaft. No need to change the direction of power transmission. When the engine is working, can be directly connected to the clutch and transmission. The efficiency of power transmission is very high. The car can carry 3 soldiers. Off-road tires can be equipped with snow chains. The cruising range can be up to 350 kilometers. The fastest speed can reach 95 kilometers per hour. The slowest cruising speed is 4 kilometers. 18 centimeters ground clearance. There is even a heating device in the hip bucket. Prevent frostbite in soldiers. This motorcycle was used in World War II. Excellent performance. Loved by soldiers. Engine. It also fully reflects the violent aesthetics of mechanical art. Not only is the structure simple and easy to make, facilitates mass production, and the car is solid and durable. In the eyes of the Soviets, everything is flashy. Designs that cannot stand the test of actual combat. They are all substandard products. After the engine is disassembled, pour super cleaner into the container. Heat the oil stains on the surface of the parts. Clean up. Grinding and rust removal of the surface of the cylinder block with a hand grinder. Switch between different mesh numbers of grinding wheels. And we polish it. At the same time, nickel plating is performed on the surface. Finally, apply polishing wax to polish the surface. Parts for the gear section of the engine. Use copper plating to increase the wear resistance of parts. Next is the assembly process of the engine. Ural motorcycles are technically simple, sturdy structure and easy maintenance. But the car is thermally inefficient. Large fuel consumption, heavy vehicle and other shortcomings. Although the world's major motorcycle manufacturers introduced various advanced technologies, superb performance of various types of motorcycles. But don't worry about Ural motorcycles being replaced. It witnessed the Great Patriotic War, that unforgettable history, carrying the glory of the former Soviet Red Army defeating the invaders. It's motorcycles that are just about technology and performance. Unattainable. After World War II, the Urals have not stopped production. As a war-tested Side 3 motorcycle, it also has extremely strong vitality in the civilian market. End of 1950. The development of Ural motorcycles has undergone major changes. From the previous production of only military motorcycles, transform into production of both military and civilian versions of motorcycles. China's Yangtze River 750 motorcycle. It is copied after the Ural motorcycle. After the engine is assembled, install it on the frame. Then install the wiring. Install the repaired exhaust pipe. Then we deal with the frame structure of the sidecar. Apply atomic ash to the surface after sanding and rust removal. Then use a hand grinder to grind it and correct it. Then spray off-white primer. And finally, a golden brown finish. The internal structure is retouched with decorative panels. Install the purchased seat on the frame. With the help of a crane, the frame of the sidecar. Rack for installation. Other components are also assembled in sequence. With the reset of the final logo, this 1970 Ural M63 motorcycle, the repair is complete. And finally, the exciting test drive.